Well, this year it's not just safe to hold large holiday gatherings, and that's forced Christmas traditions like the Plaza lighting ceremony to go virtual. That includes some local holiday performances that many hold near and dear. KCTV5's Nathan Vickers shows us some of the adjustments they're making.
The holidays in Kansas City look and feel a little different this year. Masks and social distancing help embrace some traditions, but others just can't go on like normal.
It's not a time when it's really safe for us to come together and gather, and that's what our profession and our craft is all about.
Shauna Lucy is a stage director for the Lyric Opera, which took a different approach to this year's winter production.
He has rods in order to be able to manipulate his hands.
Partnering with Paul Mesner and his puppets to perform.
What we're doing is unique at this moment.
They're showcasing Amal and the Night Visitors, the story of a young boy's generous sacrifice to the baby Jesus, pre-recorded with an appropriately spaced orchestra and vocalists.
Then we can employ puppetry and puppets to do the storytelling while our singers are safely distanced.
They're not the only artists shifting from the stage.
So much of the world has been turned upside down, and I think the performing arts has been turned a few degrees more.
Stuart Cardin directed a virtual production of the Kansas City Repertory Theater's A Christmas Carol with a 4-person cast.
Who and what are you?
Vanessa Severo and other actors each perform multiple roles, taking on separate sections of the play.
That was the really fascinating part, was just like putting that whole layers of the Christmas Carol cake together.
She's been performing the Dickens classic in Kansas City for the last 11 years, but never like this.
I hope that people realize that art is still alive and that the story still serves a purpose today.
For the actors, it can feel a little different to perform through a screen, but it also allows them to reach new audiences. And recording a show has its advantages.
We're already seeing views from around the country.
Now we have a little bit of luxury to make sure everything we offer is going to be just sumptuous and beautiful.
In both productions, the cast and crew are following stringent rules for social distancing, which is why we spoke to them on Zoom. It's part of a set of safety guidelines the industry has been researching for months.
We couldn't have done this in March because there were no protocols. There were no understanding of exactly how this could be accomplished.
Holiday shows are a tradition for artists, too.
We just knew that A Christmas Carol, its tradition had to continue. We had to share it with our community in some way this year.
In every Christmas story, there's a lesson we can take to heart in 2020.
This is the time of year when we're reminded that with really great acts of generosity, miracles can happen.
Some things might feel different this holiday, but the meaning of the season hasn't changed. In Kansas City, Nathan Vickers, KCTV5 News.